Hello and welcome to Stage 5 of First Flight for the Aston Martin Valkyrie. This stage required me to get a little more creative and to really push the limits of this car. This car is a lot of fun at Spa. Now, for this particular race, we've got to heat up the tires and then we've got a timed lap, and I'm already worried looking at the amount of time we've got to do this in. Now, I was watching the tire counter, how it's going up, and I thought, it's really moving weird. I wonder if it's going to move if I completely stop. And no, it starts going down. So you definitely have to keep moving. And if you skid the tires, it moves a little bit faster. So watch, see that? I'm going to drift this corner as well. This is actually a pretty fun corner to drift, and watch that counter. See, it moves a lot quicker when you're skidding. So, I want these tires to 100% before I start my timed lap. So if you're running the Formula 1 2020 cars here, you know that you're doing laps right around 130. And so, boy, with no upgrades at all on this car, I'm still running no upgrades. That could be difficult. Oh my goodness, that was very, very, very close to off track. Now again, I've been saying this every single stage, but it says no off track. I tested it. You get 1 full second of grace. And then you can really push the limits here as it is, and I'll get more into that. For the most part, well, how about I put it this way? I'm going to stay on track unless I tell you I'm off track. So here we are, I'm at 100% tires. So I want to drive off very nicely here. Ooh, that wasn't great. Okay. This has already taken me a few attempts. Mainly because it's my first time driving this car at Spa, so just took a few. I was so close several times, like let's see, I finished once 137 334, 137 240. So having to find a little bit of time here and there, and my goodness, this is a really surprising car. There are less braking points here than when I'm driving the Formula 1 2020 cars. Even less lifting points. Very surprising for me. So that's full throttle. Now this is definitely a braking point. And then I believe you can stay full throttle from here for a while. Now there I was lifting. Just not 100% sure, but Pouhon corner, check it out. Absolutely no lifting. Just keep the hammer down. Here, you can get back to the throttle earlier than you think you can. You might want to back up the braking point. I'm still fiddling with that one. Same with this one. That was decent. 30 seconds on the clock. That's great, because on my failed attempts, I had 29 seconds when I looked at the clock. So 30 seconds, that should be enough. Now, for this last braking point, the yellow and red curve here. I'm braking just when it ends. Might be able to push that a little bit more. And then I'm not getting to the throttle at just the perfect time, but that's going to be good enough. Not a lot left over, but I think about 4/10. Yeah, a little more than 4/10 left over. That's happy days for me. For the second race, take a look at my current top speed. 367 is what maximum I can hit at the base PR of 95.5. I have no upgrades. I have to get creative here, okay? We're gonna drive the wrong way down Kemmel. And this thing, well, there's a reason why I pointed out that 367. You keep your eyes on that. It's one thing to take Radeon and Eau Rouge full throttle when you're going up. But how about when you're going down, okay? I've never tried this before in any car. Watch that gas pedal. Watch the speed. 372, baby. That is crazy. I love it. Okay, why am I doing this? Because meeting average speed is very difficult here. I failed this stage quite a few times. I tried rounding corner 1 there and driving through the start-finish section there backwards. I ended up giving up too much time. You give up a lot of average speed when you come to a dead stop and turn around. So, can't do that too much. Something else, you have a full second of off track here. So I'm going to be watching that. I'm going to be very careful to stay on track and see what happens as I'm getting to the end, because I got to the end of this race a few times and lost the average speed. Okay, now, watch this. Let's see. See how that pedal didn't lift? Well, let's watch the next corner. Oh! You know, I thought about quitting right there. Nope, let's keep going. If you get that just right, you stay full throttle through both corners. I cannot do that in a 2020 Formula One car. I can do it in the Academy car. That's just because it's a little better balanced, not on the Formula One. I'm not saying this is better than a Formula One car. It's definitely not. It's definitely slower at Spa than a Formula One car. I can definitely drive it in deeper, but it's certainly the driving experience, it's just different. Now, well into my average speed, but they got a doggone slow, super slow Porsche. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the slowest one in the game. So you got to ask yourself, what else are we facing in this race? Like, why do we have that thing? Is this supposed to be a history lesson? I mean, I don't know. Okay, 2 more laps to go, and obviously I'm going to be encountering traffic. And based on what we just saw, it's probably the same traffic we were seeing yesterday. So I'm expecting an array of cars. I'm expecting some Koenigseggs, some Aston Martins, some other Porsches, and McLarens. Saw some McLarens. And how about a Lamborghini Veneno? Veneno. It's a lot better than the Vanino I said yesterday, isn't it, guys? Veneno, it's a lot closer. So I checked it out. I'm sorry. I thought about it as I was saying it. It was in the back of my head that maybe you should check that out. And I thought, well, it's such a short little stint. Now, did you notice? For both Pouhon Corner and the one before it, I was full throttle. If you get the trajectory correct, you stay full throttle. And I really want you to notice this. Okay, notice how I'm staying to the far left. You want to widen the track in an average speed requirement. So, oh nuts, he's going to be in my way. I'm going to swing farther to the right now. No, these guys in the way. Oh my gosh, that's so risky. Felt like I was going to fly off track. See, even with this car going down that section there, it's just awesome. It's just awesome. This car is awesome, and I've got no upgrades, and it's awesome. So I've heard some of you guys saying that this car just gets amazing as you add upgrades, and I'm looking forward to it. But for me, events like this represent the biggest challenge in the game. I don't like time trial racing, so I'm sure some, my subscribers know, others know that I've been doing a lot more Group A finishes this year and towards the end of just this year actually, and that's been wonderful. Very stressful. I really like racing against other cars, and so events like this is the most fun I can have on the game, fighting it out with low upgrades. Because later on I'll be adding upgrades to this thing. There's do the regular series, and I'm pretty sure, I forget, this is either in an online multiplayer or a weekly time trial tournament coming up here. I'm pretty sure it is. So at that point, if I don't add some upgrades, I'm gonna just be giving away currency that I could earn. So I don't know, honestly, I've almost wanted to VIP this car because I'm having so much fun with it. Very rarely that I do that, but boy, such an amazing car. Anyhow, here we are. And I'm just a little bit above the minimum average speed requirement. So I'm going to spend my off track very carefully at the last chicane. Oh, there's that super slow Porsche again. Okay, watch this. I'm going to very slightly cut this last chicane. Very, very little. Boy, don't want to be off track for much more than that. But watch this. Watch that speed fall. Boom, right at the minimum. Right, 255.0. So if I hadn't done that cut off track right there, there's no way I would have made it. Now, bear in mind, I had a big skid at Pouhon Corner in another lap, so that would have made up the difference for me. All right, here's another one where I have to get creative. There's only one spot on this track that you can hit the speed requirement without any tricks. And we'll be driving through it right now. Now, I've done this again. I failed this one a few times. Got to slow down. McLaren and super old Porsche. Okay, so this is only 1 1/3 lap race. I'll be turning it into almost 2. So the one section that you could hit speed easily is going backwards down Kemmel, and we already know that. But this is going to be extremely risky because there's cars that can hit 400 that are going to be coming up Kemmel. So our intersecting speed would be insane. Like I'm doing 300, they're doing 400, intersecting speed is 700. So reaction time is just nuts. Okay, so I failed this a few times to know that now I'm okay. So I'm going to turn around. It's not average speed, I don't have to turn around fast. And, oh boy, he just came out of nowhere. Gotta be careful doing stuff like this. Now, the section through Coulon Corner. I can easily hit speed there, but I'm only gonna have 2 chances at it now that I came this far back. If I didn't go backwards at all, I'd only have 1 shot through the Coulon Corner. If you're really careful, you could slightly brake, get back on the gas quickly, and hit speed twice in one section. It's very difficult though, because it's a very short section, and as you're exiting Coulon Corner, you're not going downhill very much. So let's just watch this. Full throttle, staying full, and it's just as it's really hard to watch my speedometer because it's just right around here I'm hitting speed for the first time. And I tried, see? I tried it, couldn't do it. I couldn't hit it. I gave it a shot though, but I've got 1 more chance at it, and I have no trouble hitting speed there at all. So, not much to worry about. There's another trick that you could try if you want to, and that is to try to draft off of one of the other cars. Now the problem is, the Koenigsegg's and the Bugattis are substantially faster, so your best case is actually to get in front of them and make them push you. But that's risky, because they might pit you, and they're definitely going to be braking at many sections in this track. Way more than we're going to be braking. Like you definitely can't take Eau Rouge Raidillon section flat out. Even on the back straight section there. Oh boy, lost my traction. Even on the back section, there's areas where you would have to brake. So, this is just easy. All I have to do now is not go off track and not hit anybody. There's so much speed that you can carry through Coulon Corner in this car that you could actually be lifting for a fraction of a second if you wanted to, but I suggest you don't. It's good to get used to it. See, there's a Koenigsegg. So we know he's got incredible speed. It's just going to take him a little longer to get there, and definitely cannot carry speed through the corners the way we can in the Valkyrie. So we're staying full throttle. Beautiful. And staying full throttle through here. And this time I'll just keep it pinned. So 350, 356. And I'm not going to be crazy now. Now I've met all my requirements. And you know, I've done this before, where I met all the requirements, and then I got sloppy and you blow the race. Like right here, this is dangerous. I almost blow it right there. Almost went off track. No reason. I could just slow down, take a breather. I think that was an LMP1. That's actually a bit of a historical moment. A really old, super slow Porsche next to a very fast LMP1 Porsche. Well, isn't that fun? He's driving off, but I'm pretty sure that's what that was. I was more focused on not crashing at that moment. All right, and I'm finishing way back in 11th place. I'm getting in my bot management. Happy with that. Heading into the last race of the day. All right, there we go. Okay, so PR 108 is what I'm expected to have. I have 95.5. Now, we're starting super slow, and sometimes when you're starting really slow, you really mess up your first braking point. And that's what I do right here. I'm on the brakes way too early, and look how badly he took that first corner. So you should be optimizing that. Now, normally I would restart an event, and I thought about it, but you know what? I'm going to go for it. So this is my first attempt, and I thought maybe he's braking through there. He shouldn't be, but look, he obviously did. And he should not be braking through that section, driving that car. No way. So, how well is he doing the top section here? Top of the mountain? Not very good. Look at me gain on him. All right, getting closer. There was a little flash on the screen there. I had a little bit of dust on my screen. I just had to swipe it off, so I put the brake pedal in the middle there for a sec. Okay, so here I could go full throttle through Poulon, but I don't really know how if I can set up a pass. I don't want to go flying off track. So I opted to be patient and just see how he's going to ride. I'm not optimizing these corners because it's my first attempt. I don't know how he's driving. I don't know where he's going to be braking. Like right there. If I would have known how he was going to take that corner, I could have set up an overtake. Ah, look, he lifted for just a pinch there because I'm gaining. There's no reason that he should be lifting there, but wow, look at him go. Wow, he's taken off on me. Now, does he brake right here? Hard to say. Kind of looks like he did. I'm on the brakes nicely, gaining. Not much. That's decent. Hey, that was decent. Okay, so this time around, I know my braking point because I'm approaching at a familiar speed. So I'm braking really just about 2 car lengths earlier than I would be in a Formula 1 2020 car that's close to maxed out or maxed out. Okay, he's driving off a lot. He's driving a lot faster this lap, but let's see. Yeah, he's definitely braking or at least lifting a little bit through that section. So that means I will get even closer to him at this section. Now, based on my experience in lap 1, I don't know how easy it's going to be to get a clean overtake. I am going to do a bit of a bump pass. So if I can get to his bumper here, I'm going to gently push him off. He didn't even go off track there. So all I did, I know the proper braking point. Whoa, that was really close. When you know the proper braking point, you push it by maybe just a car length or 2. This is a no damage event. I can't hit him hard or I'm going to fail, but they do allow you to get mild contact. So I made very mild contact with him, enough to push him off. Now we see how much faster I am through the windy section up here than he is. Look at that. 200 meters. 225, 230, 40, 50. But I need to reel him back in. I need to win with a very small lead, or else the targets are going to get unnecessarily difficult in Stage 6. And I'm expecting Stage 6 and Stage 7 could be monsters. So far, I've had no upgrades, and I'll show you. Give you a little shot of that at the end here. Let's get him really close. He goes for the pass and he fails. Awesome. That is my Stage 5 experience. The big question is, where will we be tomorrow? Tomorrow could get crazy. Now, I wanted to see if he was a 2014 or 15. He was a 2014. There we go. No upgrades at all. We'll see where we're going in a bit. If you liked this video, please press like. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. And tomorrow we go to Le Mans, which probably means upgrade time to reach top speed. Thanks for joining me.